Now, Pete, you play for the men's basketball team and you're from Australia. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. I'm good, man. Good to be here.
Nice. How long have you been out here for?
Um, my third season now.
Third
Yeah,
season.
yeah,
How long have you been with the team?
yeah. With this is my third season with the
Oh,
team.
that's
Yeah,
awesome. So
yeah,
you've been around here for a hot minute. You've been
yeah,
here longer
yeah,
than me.
yeah. Oh, you mean America?
No, America, I've been here longer than you. I know, I've been here
Yeah.
since 2006.
Oh, yeah. Way longer than me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. But I mean, no, you specifically came over here just to play ball, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about the journey. First of all, let's talk about where you're from.
So I'm from Sydney, Australia. Yeah,
Yep.
from Sydney, Australia. Born and raised there. I moved to America when I was 16, about turned 17,
Okay.
and I went to a prep school in Arizona called Hillcrest Prep.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so I finished high school over there, and then I did a post grad year there, and then I went JUCO um, at a school called Glendale, and then transferred to Southern Utah, and here I am.
Nice. Did you come? Like, did you move over here with your parents?
No, no, so I moved here by myself. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, I go back and visit them every year in the off season for a few weeks. Yeah.
Wow. So they knew what you needed to do, and they're happy to
Hmm.
support you to do that.
Yeah, yeah,
That's amazing, man.
yeah.
So whereabouts in Sydney are you from?
I'm from a suburb called Kingsgrove. It's like about
Kingsgrove.
20 minutes from the city. Yeah,
Yeah, I've been to Kingsgrove. That's
yeah,
a tough area, man. That is rough.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
from Penrith. I mean,
Right.
that's rough too in its own
Yeah,
right, but Kingsgrove, like Penrith, you have places where you can hide and get away from stuff. But Kingsgrove, there's no yeah, good luck.
mm,
Be in your
mm,
house or don't go out, I suppose. back
yeah.
back, especially when I was a kid, you wouldn't walk around there too much. It's
Mm.
definitely when I suppose is it still segregated quite a lot.
Um, where I'm at, well, right now, every time I go back, my neighbors are really like most of them are kind of older now. So, but if you go down my street, yeah, it kind of gets a little shady sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's different. I mean, it's different. It's different because you come. There's a difference from America to Australia. I will say there's a difference.
100%.
It's a little more dangerous. Well, it's just dangerous in different ways in both places, right?
Mm-hmm.
America, it's more. You could walk down the street, you're pretty safe, everything's pretty good. If you get in an almighty fight, you just got to watch out if that guy's got a gun or not, right?
Right. Right.
Right. But in Australia, we don't have guns, so if anything's going to go down, it happens in a hot second,
Yeah.
and you got
Yeah.
to be quick. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and it's either you're going to get punched, or you're going to get knifed, or you're going to get
Mm-hmm.
glassed in the face, which is absolutely crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the what the wild wild west would have been over here,
Mm-hmm.
except for we don't use guns.
Basically. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
Australians are pretty tough. I will say
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
I got some good friends over there, and I know they're listening in right now. Shout out to you guys. Um, so the progression of you getting over here, um, what how did you come to that? Like, were you playing ball over there and nominated? Like, you just when did you start playing ball? What was the progression?
Yeah, so I was playing basketball in Australia. I mean, I've been playing basketball since I was like maybe 12. I actually grew up playing soccer actually.
Soccer,
Yeah, yeah.
nice.
So I was playing both for a while, and then maybe when I was about 14, um I had to kind of pick a sport. And that was around the same time that I had a growth spurt. So I was like, you know what? I love soccer, but I just have this passion for basketball. So let me see where this takes me. So I started taking it a bit more seriously, started working out every morning. Shout out to my older brother, actually. He used to get in with me every morning. We get shots up. And then I had a bunch of trainers throughout my life. Um, Coach Will, Marquise, bunch of guys, Coach Bolden, um, Josh Green's dad, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, all these guys helped me out throughout my development and developed me into the player I am today. And I feel like by the time I left, I was playing at Sydney Boys High School, and I was playing ABA. I think they call it NBL one now. with the Sutherland Sharks, and I just kind of had my film sent out, and Hillcrest, I was blessed to be picked up by them.
So you were already trying to get your way over here.
Yeah, yeah. So Josh was at Hillcrest before he went to IMG, and his dad was telling me that, oh, I gotta come out here.
Wow.
Yeah, so
And you had
I
the talent to do it.
yeah, made it happen.
Did they pay for you to get out here?
Yeah, I was on a scholarship. Yeah, yeah.
Eight
So
flights and all?
blessed,
Wow.
blessed. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
When this opportunity came up, like, were you going out looking for that? Like, is that something that you and your dad had talked about?
Yeah. So really, it was really independent. So like, my mom, my mom and dad have always been like very supportive parents, but not necessarily that that knowledgeable about sports, like, or pursuing sports at like a high level.
Wow.
They'll really like focus on my academics.
So they disciplined you in other ways.
Yeah, yeah.
So they made sure that you were top marks and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So
Wow.
on my end, I had to kind of make sure that one, I took care of my grades at all times, but two, I kind of behind the scenes would research all these schools, research how like scholarships work and everything, and I kind of figured, well, if I get a scholarship to attend school here, then I'll be saving my family money because they won't have to pay for any
Yeah.
expenses I have living at home.
Wow.
So my mom initially wasn't with the whole idea of me moving across the world at that age,
I'm
but
sure of it.
yeah, I still to this day don't even know how I finally convinced her to let me go, but it really helped. The scholarship really helped. So shout out to Hillcrest and Nick Weaver and Matt Allen over there. He's not there anymore, but yeah, shout out to those guys for giving the opportunity.
Yeah. No, I mean, obviously you worked hard enough for it, so it worked out. Um, Coming into this, obviously that you have to be disciplined in so many ways to be able to even get looked at, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're coming from Australia, which is even bigger, so you must be a standout versus everybody else. You talked about your parents disciplining you to be very good in school and things like that. How did you how did you work what discipline you needed to be able to excel over most people you were playing with? Training and stuff like that.
Honestly, I think it was like I just I wanted to play basketball at the highest level I could, like so badly. Like I'd watch so many college games, NBA games, even high school, like highlights on Bowler's Life. Like that's when things started to kind of blow up. So, I'd watch all of those things, and like the more I watched it, the more I was like, that's the life that I want.
So you had a dream.
Yeah, just had a dream, and I knew that I had to work extremely hard to get there because I'm coming from a whole different country.
Yeah,
like, the odds are against me. So
you got to work even harder.
Yeah, so that's what I did, and I feel like, especially being in Australia, like, and not seeing America, like, I had this almost like I was almost driven by like the fear of not performing or not being good enough.
Not being
like,
enough.
Yeah.
No, I feel you on that. It's like it's not like you're representing Australia, although you are in many ways, but you really need to step it up. Like
exactly.
you really like it, and I mean, if you don't open your mouth, it's not so bad. People don't really notice you. But when you open your mouth, they hear the accent. Then you got a target on your back.
Exactly.
So if you're playing games, or like I've found that too with a lot of people over here, and they're great people. It's fun, you know what I mean? But it's just like, let's see what this Aussie can do. It's always let's see what this Aussie can do, which I think is great because he doesn't mind being tested. You know what I mean? 100%. Bring it on.
100%.
No, that's so cool. The reason why I talk about things like this, right? It's to rise above the best. I look at people. I once worked with, you know, who Jerry Rice is.
Yeah.
Man, if you can research more about that guy and the way how he trained, he would train so hard. Like everyone would do the normal workouts, and then they would all leave, and he would stay back and he would run the grandstands and things like that.
Yeah.
I met him once and we were chit-chatting about it because I just found him so interesting. We're in LA working on set, and he talks about how he knew that to rise above everybody else, he had to be more than what everybody else was. So
Mm-hmm.
he would train 4 extra hours just running sprints and things like that. And he said out of the 4 hours that he did, he got an extra 15 minutes. Well, no, every hour that he did after that was an extra 15 minutes of boost in a game. So by the fourth quarter, he was still fresh
Mm.
and he felt the difference. So that's what made him drive even more. And he goes, I joke you not, I would push every single day, and he would do 1 day of rest before the next day for the game,
Mm.
and he'd be ready to go like a
Yeah.
killer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do things like that hit with you?
100%. Like it was stories exactly like that that I would continuously listen to that would motivate me to push myself, you know? Like I would hear things like that and I'm like, this is what it takes to be great. Like this is what it takes to achieve your goals, especially if you're, you know, the odds are against you. You got to even do more than that. So
Yeah.
that's exactly like I love hearing stuff like that.
No,
Love
it's
hearing
so
stuff like
good.
that.
So have you changed with what you do? Do you push harder?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like every level you go up, whether it's basketball or anything in life, you kind of realize that okay, now that I'm here, I need to adjust how what I'm doing and how I'm working to succeed at this level
Yeah.
and at this level, and then you just keep building. Like I feel like it's just a continuous development. I always talk about with my brother like just continual improvement in my life. Like that's one of my biggest goals,
Yeah.
um, and that's just what I've been focused on. Yeah.
Yeah. I live with the principle of once you know, you can't go back.
Mm.
So once you're educated on something, you got to go forward.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And forward
Yeah.
and forward. I think when I first met you, actually, I was like almost 230 pounds, man. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I started working out, and I don't know because I had a lot of depression. My wife passed away, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. You know what I mean? It was a hard situation for me, and I kind of turned myself into a black hole, and I literally just got fat. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And you know, plus being in my 40s, I'm sure that doesn't help either.
Yeah. Yeah.
But over the summer break, I started very gently,
Mm.
just working out, and I made an agreement with myself is I wouldn't push crazily. I would just do enough that I would feel the next day,
Mm. Mm.
and I edged that. So I just started on like it's just like on a treadmill,
Yeah.
you know, and I did that for a bit. And anyway, but I'm slowly coming out of that, and it's something to be said about trying to get yourself healthy and better and better. So it's for me that journey will always continue.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's kind of like me coming back to school right
Mm.
now and doing what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, but it's awesome. You know what I mean? I'm
Mm-hmm.
so glad that I'm here to do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So to progress forward is a good thing. What's your average day look like from when you wake up? What are you eating from working out with the team, and then what do you do when you relax? I don't know. Tell me a bit about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. So a typical day would probably be like I would wake up. Um,
What
let's say
time?
I didn't have class, like just to make things easier.
Yeah.
Um, I personally don't like to eat too much before practice or workout, so I normally just have like a some piece of fruit of some sort, whether it's
Right.
like a
Right.
banana or just some like diced peaches or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, and then a lot of times we have the assistant coaches like Coach Tuck um, work us out before practice. So we'll go in about an hour before practice, get a workout in, get some shots up. Then we have practice. So we'll do that, you know, normally watch some film and then head down, get on the court. Then we'll do that. And we have about maybe an hour after that between practice and weights. So then uh, I might come to the calf over here. Depends what I'm doing. Sometimes I have class, and then we'll go to weights. Uh, that'll be another hour, and then
Is
we
that with the
have
team?
yeah, there's with the team,
Okay.
and then we'll have conditioning as a team, just getting in shape for the season, and then I'll normally knock out some of my schoolwork, knock out some of my you know uh, later classes. My schedule's kind of more in the afternoon, um, so that it doesn't clash with everything. And then I'll normally come back into the gym around 8 or 9 at night and get on the shooting machine and get some extra shots up, and then
Right.
that's it. Yeah,
So
that's
is that
about
on
it.
your own? That's what
Yeah,
you're doing for you?
that's normally with my own. Yeah,
Cool. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So you are going out and
yeah.
doing extra for
Mm-hmm.
yourself.
Got to, yeah.
That's great. Have along the way, have you had any challenges with what you're doing? Have you had any setbacks? I'm sure just being
Yeah,
away from your parents is a setback in its own right.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
there's probably times where you just you're by yourself, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I've definitely had well, that's definitely hard being by myself, but I feel like I've because I was by myself from a young age, I kind of like become used to it.
Yeah.
But definitely the biggest setback was when I so right before I transferred to SUU, actually I tore like my whole knee. Like like I had a huge knee injury. I tore like my ACL, both my meniscus, my
Wow.
I can't remember what the other one's
So you
called,
destroyed
but
it.
yeah, I destroyed. Yeah, and I fractured my tibia. Yeah, it was a.
They
I
have to
was
go
out
and
for
operate on
about
that.
yeah. So I had surgery, and then I was out for maybe like 1.5 seasons or so. Yeah,
Ouch.
last season was my first season back.
Back.
Yeah, so I was out for a long
And the
time.
school supported you, huh?
Yeah, yeah,
Woo!
no,
What a shout out.
yeah. Big shout out to Mr. Brown and even Coach Simon, the old coach, and the new coach, Coach Jeter. Big shout out to him and his staff for sticking with me.
No, man,
But
I
yeah,
appreciate that.
that was a struggle for sure.
That's a good break.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I mean, and then being there, going through that, I'm sure
Mm.
that's just playing in your mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think just like you were saying, it kind of like what you were talking about, how you were slowly working towards your fitness goals really reminded me of that. Because when I tore it, I had to like start from the bar. I had to learn how to walk again, learn how to all
Yeah.
those things. So I know exactly what you mean. It's just some days you make a little bit of progress, but it doesn't feel like it because it's nowhere near the progress you'd make before,
Yep.
but you're starting from the bottom. But one day if you keep working, you keep sticking to it, you look back and be like, wow, like I've made a lot of progress,
Yeah.
you know. And it's hard to sometimes look at it like that. Like sometimes I'm like, I wonder how I'd be as a player if that never happened. Like sometimes I'm like, you know, um, I'll do certain moves, I'll jump certain ways, and I'm like, the old me would have dunked him, or things like
Oh,
that.
so you think there might be holdbacks from
Yeah,
that?
but it's weird because when I work out, um, I feel like I did so much to get back to how I was and better.
Yeah.
When I do all my baseline testing, it's really actually uh, the same or better in all my like tests. So it's all mental. That's what I realized. So like the way I attack the rim, the way I move on the court. Obviously, there's certain things that are a bit more physical, like in terms of like changing direction and stuff.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's all mental, and
It's
that's the
straight up
crazy
mental.
part. Yeah,
What do you do for that? Is there any books you read? What do you got?
yeah. Actually, the last book I read was Relentless. It's by Tim Grover.
Relentless is good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So that really helped me with my mentality. I feel like Tim Grover has a great um, mindset towards getting better as not just an athlete, but just
Just in
in
general. No,
general.
in
Yeah,
general.
like
There's another one. I mean, it's more for trying to find who you are, but I still think it's a great book.
mm,
Being obsessed or be average,
mm,
and that like that'll light you up.
mm-hmm,
That's a pretty good book, but
yeah,
it kind of helps you find out what you're good at and
mm,
what you could be good at. You know what I
mm,
mean?
mm,
Where I think you're more along the lines of how do I become steel coated and
mm,
focused.
mm.
Yeah,
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 no,
yeah.
100%. Yeah, no, I love. I'm big on gaining knowledge. Obviously, I'm a Christian, so uh, you know, get a lot from the Bible. Even when I'm reading Proverbs, like there's a lot of valuable information in there. So yeah, I gather information from
Yeah.
wherever I can. Yeah,
I love
yeah.
that. That's so cool. What's your hopes and dreams, my man? How long are you here for?
So this will probably be my last season here, and then I'm planning on going back to Australia and playing in the NBL over there.
Yeah.
I'll probably when I first go back just be playing NBL one because the seasons like don't really line up. I think we finish, like when they're ending, something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I'll do that. I'll definitely go back and I'm not sure who I'll sign with yet, but yeah.
Have you got any offers?
I mean, I feel like I could always go sign with my old team that I was playing with when I was like young.
Yeah.
But I haven't really talked to many of them. I talked to some of the old Sydney Kings stuff one time when I was back. And I'm up at their facility at the open runs a lot. So I mean,
So
the
they know
private
who you
runs.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, if you need help getting some videos and stuff
Mm,
sorted, we should talk.
yeah.
Even anything, whatever you need to start sending over there. Start making some waves.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because if you're good enough, why not? Do you think that the road of America is come to an end for you at the end of this season, or you want to
Um.
come back and try some more?
Uh. Well, I guess we never know. Like, I mean, like, I'd definitely love to still pursue, like, obviously they have the G League and the NBA over here, um, besides college.
Yeah,
So yeah, obviously that'll always be a dream of mine. But
yeah,
yeah, I just wanted to one go back to Australia, play in front of my family for once. Like, I've been
yeah,
here for like 7, 8 years now, like, away from them. So like I wanted to get a chance to do that for a bit and then see where that takes me, Yeah, I'm gonna continue to work, continue to get better, and I feel like the sky's the limit for me.
that's
Really, I
awesome,
feel like I'm
man.
just getting started. Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming in and spending some time. Do you
Hmm.
have any messages for anyone out there? Any advice?
Um, Not particularly. I want to thank you
Oh
so much
yeah,
for giving me this opportunity, and it's great to meet you.
yeah,
Like I was stoked to meet you when we first met. I was like, wow, like another Australian. Like,
yeah.
um,
My son was actually like, "Wow, he's from Australia.
yeah,
He looks like a
yeah,
big American." Because you're pretty tall.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. No,
yeah.
he
No,
was he
it
was
was
wild
it
at
was
that.
it was great to meet you guys. I have so many people to thank, along my journey too, like all my coaches. As I mentioned, like, the coaching staff now, Coach Jeter, the old coaches, Coach Simon, Coach Flynn. He's actually, he's a crazy story. I should probably tell you. Coach Flynn, he used to coach here. Um, he's who kind of helped me get on board here, and I actually met him when I was back in Sydney when I was like 14. Yeah,
Oh
like,
wow, so
so
you
he
guys
used to
caught back
run.
up.
Yeah, he used to run like a little uh like camp thing where they'll bring Australians to
Yeah.
America to play AAU.
Wow.
And I remember like he used to work me out, but I didn't have the money
Yeah.
to do any of that stuff. But he would still, get in the gym with me and help me out. So shout out to him. Shout out to all the guys, Bongo. Um, they all know who they are. Like, like there's so many people that have helped me along the journey, and a big shout out to my family too.
Yeah.
Like uh, even though I'm alone, like I feel like
They're behind you. They're supporting.
I never feel like actually alone. Like I know that they care about me, they care about my
Yeah.
success, and like they're my biggest fans. And
Just on the
yeah,
family note, I was mentioning the junior. You're a
yeah,
junior,
yeah,
and you are, yeah. Don't miss the
yeah,
junior. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
Like
No,
you're proud of your dad, huh?
my dad loves telling me that I'm the junior. Yeah, that he's the OG. So
I love that.
hmm
That's so
hmm
cool. Good to
yeah,
have support.
yeah.
Hey, answer one question. What
hmm
makes the difference
Um,
in anything?
I think it's your mentality. I think
Yeah.
it's your mentality. Like I think so many people are capable of so many things that they don't know,
Yep.
but they just don't fully believe they're capable of doing it. And if you don't fully believe that you're capable of doing something, then you won't be able to achieve it because you need that wholehearted belief to be able to reach your potential in whatever you're doing.
And be into it.
And yeah, like even I think we were talking about this, like, when the ball stops bouncing for me, I'm not like 100% sure what I want to do, but I know that if I have this mentality and this mindset towards achieving my goals and achieving success,
Yeah.
doesn't matter what it is, I'll
You'll
figure out a
find
way.
it.
Yeah,
We should talk more about that. We'll
hundred
talk off
percent,
air, and
hundred
because I
percent,
I know we did touch on it, and I'm
yeah,
happy to help you, man.
hundred
You know what I
percent.
mean? I'd love to if I can get something started for you sooner than later. That'd be perfect.
Yeah, I would love that. I
Yeah.
love that.
Hey, thanks for coming in.
No, appreciate you.
I
Appreciate you.
appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Good luck with the season. I hope it
hmm
goes well. Coming up next, we're going to kick on with Leon Bridges' Peaceful Place. Cheers, man.
Right,
Thanks for coming in.
That was fun, man. That was fun. Let me get a little. I wish someone could come in and take a picture with us. You got a new one? Yeah. I just want to get a little plus on my story.
Hey, come in for a sec. Take a photo of us.
Okay. Hold on, I'll call you back. Just 1 second.
Sorry.
Oh, it's all good.
Oh,
You trying to take this photo, kid?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're still on the live stream too.
Alrighty.
So.
Let's see, like a 0.5. Wait.
We take two. I'll take one like this, and then I'll want to look at the camera.
Yeah.
Oh, let me put the. Should I?
Ah, you're good.
Yeah,
you're good.
Okay, took one over there.
Yeah.
It's fun, huh?
Yeah. No, this was great.
Okay, that's cool.
Appreciate you, Kate.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Kate.
Okay. Thank you very much, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Now we definitely gotta. Let me get your number as well.